Hi. In this video, we're going to talk about how to use Solver in our TI-84. And there are more than one versions. There are more than one versions of the TI-84. So that's why I'm splitting the screen today so I can show you how to do it on the very new version as well as the older model of the calculator. So let's first look at, okay, so here we have a problem on the screen. And we would normally use logs to solve this problem, but some of us may or may not know how to use logs. You may or may not be comfortable with logs. So in a situation like this, what you could do is use Solver in the calculator. So I'm going to open up the calculator, and this is the newer version. So if you have the newer version, this is what it looks like, and that's the one that lights up. All right, so in this case, we would go to Math, which is right here. And you can scroll all the way down to the last option or scroll up to Solver and press enter. And I've actually already entered it into the calculator. So on the left side, you put the first expression, or the first expression is from the left side. The second expression is from the right side. So I just type that directly in. So I'll actually show you how I type that in just in case you need to see that. So I'm going to type the second expression from the right side of the equation here. So we have 500 and 1.12. So I'm just typing exactly what I see. Caret, so that's how you raise something to a power, and that's my x. I can use x instead of t, that's fine. All right, so when I'm ready to solve it, I have two things that I have to do. I have to first say okay. So okay is right here underneath okay, which is usually graph, but now it's just okay. And it's not done yet, even though I actually did it earlier, but usually it won't be done yet. You have to actually tell the calculator to solve the problem. So you then go alpha and enter, because it says solve right here, and you have solved the problem. So that's how you know it's done, when you've pressed alpha enter. Okay, so that's the newer version of the calculator. It's actually slightly easier on the newer version, but I do also want to show you the older model as well. So this is also a TI-84, and we would start in the same way. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same steps at the beginning. I'm turning on the calculator. I'm going to press Math, same button here, Math, and then I'm going to scroll up to Solver, same exact thing I did before. All right. So now, if you take a look, let's line that up, you'll see something that looks like this. It's almost the very last step, but the answer from the question I did before is still in here. When this happens, you want to clear it, but before you can press clear, you have to press up. So let's see, we're over here, up. And then now you can see the equation. You would normally clear it, but I've actually already typed it in. So now you can clear it. Actually, let's clear it. I want to show you the whole process. So when you clear it, you see in the calculator 0 equals. So our equation actually starts with the 0 equals. And as you can see here, the equation on the page does not start with 0 equals. It starts with 2000 equals. Well, you could easily make this equal to 0 by taking 2000 away from both sides, subtracting 2000 from both sides. And if you do that, we have 0 equals 500, 1.12 to the, and I'm not using equation writer here, I'm just trying to be quick, to the x, or to the t, let's use t, minus 2000. So I've taken 2000 away from both sides just because in our TI-84, you can see here the older version, it has to be equal to 0. All right, once you have an equation equal to 0, you can type it into the calculator, and I'll go ahead and do that pretty quickly. 500 times, you can do it while I'm doing it as well, raised to the, I'm going to use x, minus 2000. All right, so here we have the equation. There we go. That's what your equation should look like if you have the older calculator. Once you're done with that, you press enter and alpha enter just like you did before. So there we go. I'm going to press enter. And you see this, but the last step is super important in this calculator as well. I'm going to press alpha and enter again to solve it. And as you can see, hopefully, the answer is the same as it was in the new calculator. It's 12.2. And that's how you use Solver in the older and the newer version of the TI-84. Hope that helps.